Okay, hi, welcome to BFS Wargaming. So we're going to do another 40k battle report. This time we're going to do it a little bit different. We're going to use the ITC mission rules. Just a bit more, me and Neil have been talking about the ITC missions and stuff. We wanted to give it a go. I believe they just dropped the new secondary missions, was it, I think?
Yeah, they have, yeah.
Yeah, so we've given the new rules a go, and we're trying them out. Sorry, we're going to give the new rules a go, and we're going to try them out and see what happens. And Neil's going to talk through his army and show you what he's bringing.
So, excuse my apologies, guys. I've not had a chance to fully paint and build my knight yet. So, at the moment, it's the exoskeleton of a knight valiant. Whether you can tell it is what it is or not. Yeah, so that's how it is at the moment.
I think it looks pretty cool as the exoskeleton though.
It does.
Yeah, I think it actually just looks like real mean.
It's missing a few guns, but yeah, it does look pretty good. So I'm looking forward to getting that built up and painted. As for the remainder of the army, I'm running 2 Razorbacks, both with veteran squad of 5 veterans in each, both identical the same. 1 shotgun, 1 frag cannon, 1 sergeant with a power maul and storm shield, and 2 bolt guns. And then my third troop choice is the intercessors. They're pretty much the spine of any Deathwatch army. I've got quite a big squad here, so they're at capacity. So I've got 2 aggressors and then 7 normal intercessors, then 1 sergeant. They all got heavy stalker bolt guns. 2 HQs. I've gone for the Watchmaster, getting those re-roll to hits, and the Primaris Librarian. I've gone for Might of Heroes, so I can maybe toughen up this Redemptor Dreadnought, and obviously Smite there. I've kitted out the Redemptor Dreadnought with the Onslaught Gatling Cannon, the Heavy Onslaught Gatling Cannon, and the Storm Bolter. I had to knock the...
A lot of firepower.
Yeah, there's a lot of firepower, but I had to knock the Icarus rocket pod on the head to get myself to 1750. So that gives me 8 command points all in all. I think potentially it could do very well. If I can get that Valiant in Pat's Necrons faces ASAP, I think it should be a good game and it should go my way.
I think that Valiant is going to be my downfall. It's just 28 wounds, it's got the flamer and the harpoon thing. It's just you just don't want to go near it, and you know it's you just want to avoid it, but you can't. So
well, you have got your quantum shielding, haven't you?
Yes, yeah.
So if I go anywhere near your
Doomsday
Ark or vehicles, they're just gonna kick it off the surface, aren't they? They're just gonna, oh, what's this spike in my side of my armour?
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
No, but the flamer should do well on the
yeah, hopefully and get those titanic feet squishing some Necron exoskeletons. So
actually looks a bit like a Necron.
It does,
it's
yeah.
all silver and
Necron on stage,
yeah.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I have seen some conversions these nights where they've covered them in scarabs to make it look like a knight,
awesome
Necron knight.
Yeah,
it
almost
looks
like it's been turned into it. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
cool.
but I'm not going to be doing this with that. But yeah, should have a good list.
And the Razorbacks are WYSIWYG with the twin las cannons.
Yeah, everything's WYSIWYG, as you see it. So you may have seen it before, but this is 1250 is of the list I took to our doubles tournament.
Yeah.
So it has to be WYSIWYG.
Yeah. As
per tournament rules. So unfortunately my NIDs are not quite ready yet, but they will be making an appearance very soon to smash everything.
Yeah.
Their way.
Looking forward to seeing them. I think they'll be horrible to play against.
Yeah.
So we'll take a look at the Necrons. So we'll use the magic of editing and come back. Okay, so we're back with the Necrons. So I have 2 detachments. I have a battalion detachment, so I'll go for the battalion first. It's Niliak, so it's the one where you re-roll ones and shooting if you don't move. So I've got 3 units of 5 Immortals with Tesla carbines, which make up my troop choices. I have 2 HQs, so I have Illumina Caesares, and I have the Overlord, who actually has a Void Scythe, and I have the 2 Doomsday Arcs as well. And then in my Outrider detachment, I have the Cryptek, who's my Warlord, and the Outrider detachment is Saltec, and he's taken the Hyperlogical Strategist Warlord trait, and he's going to take Veil of Darkness Relic as well. And then I have 4 Scarabs, I have a unit of 6 Destroyers, and a unit of 6 Wraiths with Transdimensional Beamers. So yeah, that's my list.
So that's 9 command points, right?
Yes, 9 command points. Yeah, so 8 for the battalion and 1 for the Outrider. Well, 5 for the battalion and 1 for the Outrider, and then the 3 you get for being battle forged. This is a list that I have wanted to play for a while, and I put together, and sort of interested to give it a run out and see how it does. Obviously playing the 2 detachments is hopefully going to benefit. I wanted to play it so that I didn't get the -1 to hit with the Saltec on the Transdimensional Beamers. Hopefully make them a little bit more effective. And also to have the Hyperlogical Strategist Warlord trait, and then I wanted the Nidiak really mainly for the Doomsday Arcs, for the reroll 1s, because hitting on 3s, rerolling 1s is pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
So hopefully I'm going to get quite a few shots out with them.
I run the same tactic for my Nids.
Yeah.
The Kronos.
Yeah.
Reroll 1s.
Yeah, you know, it's great, isn't it? If you can reroll 1s for anything that doesn't move, I mean, especially when you've got big shooters.
Well, it's pretty much a Kronos and Kraken.
Yeah,
equivalent of, right?
Yeah, definitely. So sort of Illumina Caesares is there obviously to help with the reanimation along with the other Cryptek, but also with the augmentation, just to buff them Immortal squads and hopefully make them either a bit tougher or better ballistic skill. And then the Overlord's there for the My Will Be Done, and he's sort of really there with the Void Scythe just in case anything gets too close, and then he can hit it in case things start getting into the lines too much, and hopefully you can deal out some damage. So yeah, that's the army. It's the reasons why the reasoning behind it. So we'll go into deployment and everything else.
Yeah. Good luck. You're going to need it.
Okay, so me and Neil are playing the ITC game. So it's the first time we played an ITC game. We rolled off scenario 4, which is what's yours is mine. We got the search and destroy deployment, which we rolled off for. I chose to go over this side, so Neil is over here. So there's one objective marker in the middle, and then we got to place 2 objective markers. So one of the objective markers I placed here, and the other one I placed here. Neil placed one here, and one round here. So one of the objective markers we had to place was in our enemy's deployment zone. And if you hold the 2 objective markers that you placed, at the end of the turn, you get an extra bonus point. So we're playing ITC rules with the new secondaries. So yeah, we're gonna start deployment, and we'll come back. Okay, so the Deathwatch and Knights are deployed. So they have 2 veteran squads, 1 in each Razorback. The Intercessors, the Aggressors, the Redemptor, the Knight, and then the Watchmaster.
Yeah. And
for that
librarian.
Oh, and there's a librarian down here as well. I thought he was all mixed in. And then the Necrons, we've got the Wraiths, we've got some Immortals over here. We've got 2 groups of 5 Immortals on this rock with Illumina Caesares and an Overlord at the back here. We have some Scarabs down this edge of the board, and then we have the destroyers, Cryptek, and who is my warlord, and 2 Doomsday Arcs, and that is deployed. So we are gonna roll off for the first turn, which we can do now. So Neil with Deathwatch is going to get +1 to the roll. So I got a 6, and Neil got a 5. So it's a reroll. Thought I might have had it then. Oh, a 4 and a 6. So Neil goes first. I'm going to try and seize. So please be another 6. Otherwise, I think this is going to be a pretty punishing first turn with the Valiant. And I got a 1. Okay. So we're going to go into the first turn for the Deathwatch and Knights.
Okay, so that's the end of the movement and psychic for turn 1 for the Imperium. Basically, I advanced the intercessors up with the aggressors to get myself on top of that objective marker 4. I moved up the Razor back. I kept the Redemptor where it was, still in range of the Immortals, so I'll pop some shots at them there. Moved up the Valiant. Unfortunately, I don't think he's going to get the opportunity to charge this turn, but I'll hope to achieve a few kills with all of his lovely weapons he has on offer. So, and that's pretty much it. With the Psychic phase, out of range for Smite, so I put Might of Heroes onto the Redemptor, just in case he takes some shots in the return turn. So hopefully kill some Necrons in turn 1. We'll join you in a bit. So, end of turn 1 for the Imperium. Not the most successful turn in the world, but we were very unlucky, to be honest with you. We popped some shots into the what's it called? Doomsday Arc, that's it. It's been a while. Doomsday Arc, fortunately it saved itself due to quantum shielding against the las cannons.
It's 10 damage went through, didn't it?
Yeah, 10 damage.
6 and a 4.
Would have been nice. Try to shoot the other twin las cannons into the last remaining Immortal. There's 2 sets of 5 there. There's one down to 3 and it's down to 1. Yeah. So I tried to kill the last of that. Unfortunately, I missed it. Also, I tried attempting to kill it with the twin siege breaker cannons from the Knight. I did get kill, however, Pat craftedly used his command reroll and ended up saving the last remaining Immortal, so he's got a chance of reanimation protocols at the start of his next turn. Killed a couple of wraiths with a flamer. A few wounds went through there actually, it's quite handy, I've got 3 each. And that's it really. I didn't...
Oh, the shield breaker missile.
Oh, the shield breaker missile popped a shot into the... I forgot what Necron's got. Yeah, the Cryptek. It's got 5 wounds, unfortunately I only dealt 3.
And you have to use command reroll on because you rolled a 1.
Oh yeah, that was...
On the wound roll, he only needed a 2 and he rolled a 1, as you know, as it always happens.
Yeah, shit bag. Other than that, it was a pretty dull turn for the Imperium. Hopefully the Knight can survive the onslaught from the Necrons. Oh yeah, killed a couple of wounds into the Scarabs
with the intercessors here.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, so we'll go into Necron's turn 1.
Yeah.
Oh, you got 1 point for holding an objective and you didn't quite get the kill because I managed to save that last Immortal.
Yeah, so 1 point.
Yeah, so we're going to go into Necron turn 1. Okay, so Necron's movement, turn 1. We'll do Living Metal first on the Luminous Desires. He then... we got +1 for the reanimation for the Immortals that had 1 left, and I got all 4 back. And then with the ones that were missing 2, I got 1 of them back, so it's a unit of 4. The Scarabs moved across here. The Wraiths have moved up. I used 2 command points to do repair subroutines and got 1 Wraith back, and I got both the command points back as well, which was handy with Hyperlogical Strategist. And then I've moved the Destroyers up to here and the Cryptek and everything else has remained stationary. So we're going to go into the shooting phase because obviously I don't have that psychic phase. Okay, so Necron's turn 1 shooting. We shot everything, and I mean everything, into the Valiant that was here. Everything. So the Tesla's knocked off like a few wounds. The Destroyer's knocked off a few wounds. The Wraiths didn't do anything with their transdimensional beamers, but they were sort of trying to hit on 6s. The first Doomsday Arc took off 6 damage, and then the second Doomsday Arc, it had 12 wounds left by this point, and he put through 17 damage, which was pretty good. Neil did command reroll on one of the invons, but he couldn't save it. But yeah, it was destined to be blown up. It then blew up, killed one of my Wraiths. It killed 4 Immortals. It took 2 Scarab bases and took 2 wounds off of the Razorback. Neil did use the stratagem to make it blow up on a 4, and it could go to 3d6 if he got 2 of them on a 4 up, but he only got 1, so it was 2d6, but it was still pretty lethal. So we're going to go into Deathwatch turn 2. In terms of points, I hold 1. I actually hold 2, but so I actually hold more. So I get 1 point for holding 1. I get 1 point for killing an enemy. I killed more units than the Deathwatch, so I get 1 point for that, and I get 1 point for holding more. So I get 4 points off the primary objectives. I get 4 points off of a secondary. I'll have to work this off of camera, and I'll have to let you know after.
Okay, so movement and psychic phase, turn 2, Imperium. Advanced again the Incest squad, just looking to get some movement up the board. Now my Valiant has disappeared. Yeah, try and put some pressure on those objective markers within near the centre of the table. I popped out both the veteran squads from a Razorbacks. I decided to keep them where they were, just so I can possibly get some good shooting on against some of these Necrons that just seem to be creeping up the board and being a right pest. I managed to get Might of Heroes onto the Dreadnought once more and scored 2 mortal wounds against the Scarabs. So going into the shooting phase, hopefully kill some stuff. Catch up in a bit. So end of Imperium turn 2. Fired quite a lot of shots into the Scarabs. We managed to get them down following the mortal wounds by the Psyker and the Smite. We then concentrated a lot of our fire into the Wraiths, try and dwindle them down. They're so resilient with a 3-up invuln save. It's very difficult to just churn them down with high AP damage. But we managed to finally kill the bastard that is known as the last and reigning Immortal. Literally Immortal, well incarnate, I must admit.
He did do very right. I did have to command point again. I did save him, and then he got finished off by a twin las cannon to the face. So. Yeah.
And then just fired a few shots, and then just a few armour saves. Nothing too much to mention and sing the song about, but I think things ain't looking great for the Imperium. I'll wait and see what those Doomsday Arcs do in turn 2. We'll see what Necrons have.
Okay, so Necrons movement turn 2. We've moved these Immortals forward a bit, along with Illumina Cesares and the Overlord. Before these guys transported over here with Veil of Darkness, with Cryptek. These just shuffled up a little bit. The Doomsday Arc stayed still, and the Wraiths move forward menacingly to see who they want to attack. We done reanimation on the Immortals here and got 1 back, and we spent 2 command points, but only spent 1 because of Hyperlogical Strategist, and then we got 1 Wraith back as well. So we are going to go into the shooting phase. Okay, end of Necron turn 2 shooting. We shot a couple of these immortals down into these, and I took one out and one down, one wound. And then Doomsday Arc shot into the Redemptor, and it took it down to 6 wounds. Then I split fire with these, and obviously played extermination protocols with the destroyers. I put 3 into the Razorback and it blew up. No, it didn't. It didn't blow up, but I killed it. I then put 3 into the, also put 3 into the Redemptor, that blew up. Took out 2 of my Wraiths. Took the Watchmaster down to
4 wounds.
4 wounds. Took 3 off of these guys here, and it did take 4 wounds off of the other Razorback. Then my other Doomsday Arc shot into that Razorback and took that out. So took out 2 Razorbacks. And I've just realised I haven't used my transdimension. Oh no, I did use my transdimensional beamers and they didn't do anything, did they?
No.
Yeah, I used them. Oh no, I didn't end up using them, did I?
No.
No, so I've just got to do them, and then we'll go into the charge phase. Okay, so Necron turn to charge and assault. Charged into the Watchmaster, sorry, and we actually did get some hits through, and there was 1 unsaved wound, but then Neil command pointed it and saved it, and didn't actually end up spending the command point because of his Warlord trait, or Relic, whichever it is. And then he hit back and I managed to save both, so there wasn't anything actually done in combat. So I get hold 1 and kill 1, and I get kill more and hold more. And then we'll have to count up the secondaries as well. So we're going to go into Deathwatch turn 3.
Okay, what's left of the Deathwatch has moved up. We advanced the intercessors, relying on the aggressors to negate any movement to their weapons. I've moved the Watchmaster out of combat, moved the Librarian up, smited into the Wraiths, killing 1 with smite, and putting Might of Heroes onto the Watchmaster. Moved the remaining veterans up towards the destroyers. Flipping hell, I'm losing touch with Necrons here. So hopefully get some frag cannon shots into there and hold them up in combat. Other than that, I hope to, well, I'm sure I'll be killing the last of that Wraith, kill some Immortals hopefully, and should get a couple of unit kills this turn. So end of turn 3 for the Deathwatch. Advanced these guys, they got through the Overwatch, didn't kill anything in combat.
Did kill 1 in shooting. We
did kill 1 in shooting, yeah. And we shut down the last of the Wraiths with everything. The intercessors did try to shoot into the Immortals, yet they are still alive. Standard. Other than that, nothing to report. Not scoring very well, but just trying to play for pride now. So it's rolling on for Necron turn 3.
Okay, so movement. These all stayed. These 2 stay where they are. These just shunked up a little bit. The destroyers just dropped out of combat and we reanimated 1 of them. Well, the only one that was missing. So we're going to go into some shooting. Okay, end of Necron's turn 3. So we split fire with the destroyers. We shot into this group here and killed 2 of them. We fired into these, killed 5. And we also fired into the Watch Captain, who took 1 wound off him. Even command point rerolled the damage and still took 1 wound. The Doomsday Arcs and the Immortals all shot into the intercessors here and the aggressors, and we took out 2 of the Immortals and 5 with the Doomsday Arcs, and then he lost 1 to morale. So he's just got that lonely aggressor, the Librarian, and the Watchmaster going into turn 4.
So basically, I'm just gonna finish Pat off in his turn. I'm just gonna table him just for a bit of fun. So I moved up my Watchmaster and put him within close range of the Immortals, so he's virtually in there. Moved in, well, he advanced the Aggressor. He advanced the whole 1 inch. Fantastic. And moved the Librarian. He's put a smite off into the Destroyers. Got 2 mortal wounds. I was hoping to actually kill one, but never mind. And big bad boy Watchmaster's got Mighty Hero, so let's do some damage. So as you can see, end of Deathwatch turn 4. I've smashed the Necrons to bits with the 3 remaining units I had. Took out 4 units of Immortals, and no, in all seriousness, I killed 2 Destroyers, fortunately enough. Bit of shooting and charged the old Watchmaster in. Yeah, not bad, but I will be tabled this turn, so watch this space.
So Necron's turn 4 movement, we shunted the Immortals up with Illuminous' Eyes and the Overlord. These stay where they are, Doomsday up, stay where they are. These Destroyers drop back to hold this objective, and that's it. So we're going to go into the shooting phase. Okay, end of Necron turn 4. One of the Doomsday Arcs shot into the Aggressor, took him out. The other Doomsday Arc shot into the Librarian. Didn't actually take him out because the damage roll didn't go very well. And we only got a 2, I believe, but then the Immortals, both sets of Immortals shot it, the Librarian ended up taking him out, which left the Destroyers to shoot at the Watchmaster, and they done their work and they took him out. So that's all the Deathwatch did. We scored the bonus point for controlling 2 objective markers that I put down. I would have got 4 for the primaries, and then I get another 3 for my other last secondary, which is hold ground, because I'm holding 3 objectives. Yeah, so we'll go to a post-game chat.
Post-game chat. That was a close game, wasn't it?
That was pretty close. I was really worried.
I tell you what, man, you were kicking out some stings from your squeaky bum, mate. I tell you.
The rolls were unbelievable.
Oh, it's terrible. Unbelievable on your behalf. Terrible on mine.
Yeah, I mean, I've never rolled that well in a game, I don't think. It was just,
We didn't record it, it was just bad.
Yeah, I know, yeah, we should have recorded some of them rolls. But I was, 5s and 6s, and it was,
relentless.
It was like, I was getting the Destroyers, I had extermination protocols, and I was barely even re-rolling, was I?
No.
It was that's how good my rolls were. It was just, I was just getting all the hits. And
those Immortals probably died 4 times over.
Yeah. That's
one
squad of Immortals just kept coming back. I mean, he was pretty immense, that one Immortal that kept saving, and then you killed him in the end, which I felt a bit bad for him. But it was interesting doing the ITC.
Yeah, first time.
Yeah.
Obviously, we've got a lot to learn.
Yeah.
From going down to like the building a list.
Yeah, from like secondary missions, like
exactly.
What points you're going to give away, because obviously with your Valiant, you ended up actually giving away quite a lot of points.
Yeah, huge.
Because I got...
Well, you picked the right secondaries.
Yeah, that as well, yeah.
So, you can't...
Yeah. And obviously, like you can't not... If you were building that sort of list, like a Valiant's a good thing to take in I think in a competitive list. They're very, very good.
Yeah.
I obviously done well, took it out first turn, well, managed to sort of weather the storm of the first turn, of your first turn, and then I managed to take him out, which gave me a lot of points. And then once I'd taken him out, because your other stuff was a bit further back, it sort of allowed me to then push up and take some objectives. So then I ended up getting hold more, I got kill more. I mean, I think...
I was hoping he was going to hold you up for a turn, at least.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He did for the shooting buys, but I was hoping to maybe get him into combat, suck you up a little bit, and then eventually move my army towards you.
Yeah.
Where you managed to achieve to kill it first turn, and then I just found myself so far back in the board. It just was a slow slog.
Yeah.
Trying to achieve some kills as I did it, so I didn't want to move them and advance them too much.
I mean, I wasn't expecting to do 28 wounds, take 28 wounds off of that thing in one turn. No way. Like, my rolls were good. Your saves weren't good enough.
No, terrible.
I mean, I started knocking a few off of the test for Immortals at the beginning, and then I was like, oh, maybe I could like take it down, like, you know, maybe even drop it a tier, even though it was House Hawk Shroud, so it's that double wounds for the tier table. But I thought, oh, maybe I even knock it down one tier, even with that. And then I sort of got it down to 12, and that last Doomday art done 17 damage.
Ridiculous. Yeah,
it was brilliant, and took it out. So that was sort of a massive turning point. Obviously, losing how many points? 600 nearly.
Yeah, well, 580 something like that, 584 something.
So nearly 600 points, losing that on the first turn.
Yeah.
It's a big old chunk of your army gone right there.
Huge.
It's a third of your army, isn't it? And then it's sort of, I managed to then push up the board with the Wraiths. I managed to reanimate them, which was handy.
A few times
yeah,
as well, yeah.
I reanimated them twice, I think, or three.
But they're such a durable unit, you know, the 3-up Invuln, it's
really good.
It's really good.
You know, I managed to weather the fire from the Valiant with the Wraiths, really.
You did.
I lost a few and managed to reanimate them.
Using your stratagem.
Yeah, it was good that I had a Luna Cesares there, so he could reanimate them, because he does it to all Necron units, and so I could reanimate on a 4-up rather than a 5-up, which was really handy on that first turn. It just sort of played into my hands in them ways as well.
We didn't really play competitive, did we? Because my competitive list is away.
Yeah, and we didn't really. We were, you know, it's our first game of ITC. Exactly. It's never going to be too competitive because we're sort of learning what we're doing. Yeah. So it obviously did massively swing in every way in my favour in terms of points. I was scoring out of the 4 turns. I scored 8 points on the first 2, then a 4 point, and then an 8 point. So I ended up with 24 points.
Yeah, to my 3.
No, 28 points, sorry.
20 points to my 3. They were well fought 3 points, but I'll add. But that goes to show being naive to the ITC rules.
Yeah.
You know, the secondary tactics or missions I went for, I was too suckered in by the amount of characters you had. I thought hopefully my Valiant would have stayed alive.
And then the shield breaker missile.
Exactly.
Like, you could have taken out Luna Cesares that first turn if the damage had been better.
Rolling again.
And you even had to command point that as well because it was wounded on a 2 and rolled a 1. So I think it's that classic. The dice were in my favour because I think it could have gone either way in terms of if the Valiant had stayed alive and I hadn't done so much damage, my rolling had been poor and yours had been good. It would have swung the other way probably. Yeah. I never thought this game was going to be a close game because I thought it was going to go one way or the other. I was going to swing massively in your favour because if that Valiant had stayed alive, you'd have pushed up, you'd have had all the board control.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Yeah, and I would have had to just been dealing with that Valiant the whole game, and I would have struggled. But yeah.
Well, it went off with a big bang, didn't it?
It did,
so I played my stratagem to explode on
throughout some more
6.
I really enjoyed the ITC.
Yeah, it was good.
It was different.
Definitely playing it more often.
Yeah. I'm definitely up for that. I still like doing the Mouse Move War and stuff, and not every game obviously that we play is competitive, but it's good practice because obviously me and Neil do want to do a few more tournaments and stuff, so it's very good practice for us to do, and sort of as well tailor lists to the ITC rules as well because that's what you need to do to be getting maximal points. So this is sort of our starter really into that and looking at lists and what work well with the secondary missions and what you need to take to also play all lists,
We could certainly take a lot away from it, can't we?
Yeah, definitely.
Because by all means, I think next time we play, we'll be more aware of the secondary missions now they've been updated, and also building our lists for that.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going to be doing some research.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Next time we play, it'll be for the keeps.
Yeah, we'll play. We'll have a rematch in the ITC rules. We'll take another couple of lists.
Custodes.
Yeah, I'll probably take the Custodies next. Have a go with them.
Nids.
Yeah, bring some nids, and it'd be a good game. They're both very competitive armies.
Yeah.
So it should be a good foray, and should be good to watch. Hopefully, maybe a bit closer than or it could swing the other way, and you could annihilate me. Yeah. So we'll see. But thanks for watching. Subscribe and like if you enjoyed it. If you didn't, then probably don't. And we'll see you in the next one.
Ciao.